So this presentation this workshop, it's called Your Style, and this is part of the Style formula. It's a styling school that I started a while ago. As you know, that if we've met before, at least even via email and via blogs, I'm a designer, also a style coach, and I created the styling school to really help women set up a great foundation and for her to become her own best stylist. And so this is part of the Style formula. So let me go ahead and, okay, you guys can see my screen, I think. Okay. So again, we're going to lay out the framework for your style, and I'll show you exactly why it's so important. So little truth time here. I am not talking to you from a fancy Manhattan office. I also am not a stylist or a designer who dresses from designer labels head to toe, nor do I wear very trendy pieces. I have my own personal style. I love certain trends, but I don't dress trendy, Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City necessarily. And I do sometimes shop at the Rack and Marshalls, and I do love my yoga pants and my sweatshirts as well. So just so you know, and I didn't I didn't have this business be handed down to me, nor did I go to fashion school, yet I do have quite a few accomplishments that I've been able to do in the fashion world. And this year, I'm actually celebrating my 12th year in business, and my company was named on the Inc. 5,000 Fastest Growing Companies. My fashion leather belts are carried in almost all major department stores and over 2,000 retail boutiques. I've accessorized celebrities, including Pippa Middleton, Heidi Klum, Julia Rancic. I've designed collections for Anthropologie, Guess, Free People, Garnet Hill, Peruvian Connection, just to name a few. And I've styled hundreds of women. So I do know a few things about fashion here, and there's one thing that is extremely powerful, which really helped me accomplish most of everything that I've really accomplished in my business. And I truly believe that we have the power to attract what we want. And we can do that with one powerful tool, and that powerful tool is your outfit and your style. So just like some of the products that maybe you're attracted to, whether it be cosmetics or certain electronics or certain clothing brands or jewelry, anything that you're attracted to, you too have the power to attract whatever you want through what you wear. I truly, truly believe that. And I also believe that we can also miss out opportunities if we're not wearing the right clothes and we haven't taken the time to really think through our outfits and think through what we are wearing. And the reason why this is so true and this is proven is because people judge us in a split second. In fact, there was a UCLA study that was done that I mentioned in one of my emails that 93% of communication is nonverbal. So sometimes we spend hours working on a presentation or working on questions and answers for an interview, or we're thinking, if we're getting ready for a date, okay, what am I going to say, or for a meeting or whatnot. So we think about, we're always thinking about what we're going to say. I'm also in a group where we learn how to put on videos, and the same thing. It's like you're working on your script, you're working on your speech. Like, what am I going to say in this? But really, for the most part, when you leave your outfit for the very end to plan. You don't give it as much thought as you do with your speech. And the truth is that that's a very, very first thing that people notice is how you're dressed and your style. When you walk into a room and before you even speak, people are picking up the visual cues from you. So as an example, when we walk into a doctor's office, like a doctor walks into the waiting room or whatnot, they're wearing a white lab coat. Well, right away we think, okay, respect, they know what they're talking about. You just have a certain kind of respect for them based on their uniform. You're driving down the street, you see Caltrans working. Also, you're following what they're telling you because there's a certain respect there of authority. Same thing with a policeman, a certain uniform. that they're wearing. But much like the official uniforms, our outfits are also uniforms. So for example, a school teacher, her quote unquote uniform, what she wears, is also suitable to her audience, so that her audience is relating to her. So a school teacher oftentimes will wear lighter colors, kind of more fun colors. They're not going to be wearing necessarily head to toe all black. They're going to be wearing some lighter, more fun colors. So that's part of the uniform. Also, if you're going to be meeting with an accountant or a lawyer, you want them also to be wearing a certain outfit to show that they know what they're talking about, that they have authority, that they look organized, that they really care, that they're trustworthy, because sometimes our outfit shows that we're not those things, that it looks like we're unorganized or careless or untrustworthy. So it's really important to be wearing something that represents whatever your message. And the same thing goes with when you're off duty. On the weekend as well. Maybe you're running errands, you're dropping your kids off at school. It's the same exact thing. You want to make sure that your outfit is representing who it is that you are and the message that you want to send out. And just as a quick example, going back to the lawyer, I had a friend the other day who was telling me, I went into a court case, and the lawyer that was representing my friend who she was there for had wet hair and a completely wrinkled suit. I mean, right there, it just kind of gives you a feeling of like, okay, this lawyer is clearly not on top of her game if she was dressed like that. So again, the way that people dress and the way that their body language and the way that they carry themselves is all part of this style. So that's what this short workshop is all about, is bringing to your attention that people are looking at you, they are judging you, they are looking at the message that you're sending out with your style. And, just to be fair, we all do this. I mean, you do the same exact thing. You're also judging, you're looking at the girl, it's like, oh, this is the girl down the street, with the brown hair, or the guy with the striped shirt. We also have our opinions about celebrities, Jennifer Aniston, Kim Kardashian, Angelina Jolie. We don't really know them on the inside, but we are already setting an opinion on them based on, again, their style. So we already have an opinion. So we do the same exact thing. So people are looking at us also about our style and what message we're sending out. And also style has the power to make you feel a certain way as well. So it doesn't just go from people judging us. We also feel a certain way in our style too, whether it be yellow makes me feel happy, and anytime I wear yellow, I feel so happy. The same thing goes with, it goes even deeper with your style. When you surround yourself around certain colors, it makes you feel a certain way. My friend Kim always says, anytime I put on my suit, I just feel more confident and more powerful. So clothing, again, has the power to make you feel a certain way as well. And some of us just don't put the time or thought into what we wear. We might just think it's a waste of time, or it's too vain and superficial, it's too trivial. We just, maybe when we go shopping, we just kind of choose what we like, but we don't necessarily think about what we're going to wear. Or maybe you do sometimes think about what you're going to wear if it's job related, but maybe you don't when it comes to the weekends or when it comes to running errands. But what I want to say is it's those moments are just as important. And I just because again, your style is your unspoken language. You're communicating with it constantly. So that's why it's around the clock, 24/7. You want to be really conscious of your style. And that doesn't mean you're going to be in stilettos constantly. It just means that whatever you are wearing is truly representing the message that you're sending off, because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what message you're going to be sending. So that's kind of what I really want you to take away from this as well. So I truly believe that you are your best stylist. I know that there are thousands of stylists out there that help celebrities, that help women choose their outfits, and I think that's fantastic, but I truly, truly think that you could only be your best stylist, because you know what your message is, you know who you truly are. So I've taken a couple of the quizzes for fun with like Stitch Fix and other platforms, and they're great, but it doesn't really speak to the essence of, okay, who are you? What is your message? And so that's why part of this workshop is really trying to help you figure out what your message is and your audience is, so that you can become your own best stylist. So your style is made up of 3 things. So I call it IGM. So it starts on the inside. You also, with your style, must reflect your goals and your desires. So what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Because again, your clothes are going to help you do that. And your message. What message are you trying to say with your style, and to who? So you don't want to miss out on opportunities. You really want to always think about these 3 things, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper into them. So this is also the framework, this IGM. This is the framework that I used to get what I wanted, my desires and my goals. What I wanted to do is I wanted to have a successful business and win over clients. I wanted to have Nordstrom as a customer, Bloomingdale's, Neiman's Marcus, and I wanted to do really well at trade shows, and I wanted to have all of these different boutique customers. And I really had to be very, very conscious of my style, what I wore to win these accounts over. And as I traveled to different parts of the nation to meet with these different buyers, I had to actually modify my outfits. Of course, they were truly my style, but I really did have to modify my outfits depending on what buyer I was meeting with, so that I would be more relatable to her and to her audience. So my outfits, I made sure that I felt confident in them. I wanted them to be comfortable. I didn't want to not be able to walk, or I didn't want to tug on my shirts or have anything be too tight or maybe too loose. I wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to be confident. So again, it starts from the inside. You have to feel confident in your clothes, because the other person's going to feel that. You also have to make sure that your outfits your goals are reflected in the message. So I kept that in mind, and for anyone that I would meet throughout the nation, depending on the region, the demographic, the age groups, I was adjusting my outfits. I was adjusting my outfits even from store to store down the street. So if one store was more contemporary, or one store was more a little bit more boho, or one store was a little bit more edgy, I would literally change up my outfits. I was doing that with accessories, but my entire appearance was really changing based on who my audience was going to be. And that's why I was able to win over a lot of these accounts that I was able to get with my outfits. So again, it's IGM. So I stands for inside out. So you really need to look at your inside. Sometimes we feel overweight, we think we look older, we think we're just paying too much attention to our imperfections, and we're very critical of ourselves. But the problem with that, I mean, there's a lot of problems with that, but really, if we're sending out those vibes, people are feeling those vibes from the other side. So the first step towards creating a positive outer image is to start with a healthier inner one, because people on the other end could really feel that. If I walk into a store to talk to a buyer and I'm feeling insecure, she's going to feel that. So no matter how great my outfit is, she's going to feel my insecurity. So you really have to start from the inside. But as a side note, there is strategic dressing. So if I am feeling a little bit self-conscious with anything that I have, if I'm a little bit overweight or whatnot, there is strategic dressing to take care of that. That's part of the AutoStyle formula. But the most important thing is that what you see when you look into the mirror is what people hear. So your self-esteem influences your spirit, which influences your style. And that's what's really important. I always want to start from the inside first. And also you want to surround yourself with positive messages and around positive people. Those are the people that are going to give you the strength to do that. Even put different quotes and things on your computer, on your phone, on your mirror. You are power, you are energy, you are chic, you are beautiful. All these positive messages are going to help you with your style and getting dressed in the morning, and just so that you just feel, again, more confident with yourself, because the more confident you feel, the better you're going to look, no matter how awesome your outfit is. So next, we want to talk about your goals and desires. So what is it that you want? What goals and desires are you trying to reach today, tomorrow, short term and long term? So are you trying to find a mate? You're looking, for a partner in life. You're trying to get a promotion. You're trying to get a job, have a better relationship with your spouse, win over a client. That's what I was trying to do. Or you just want to love your image when you look into the mirror. So you want to dress to be addressed, and you want to think about your goals and then see how your clothing is going to help you reach those goals. So you really want to kind of think about some of your short-term things that you've got going on, and you want to look at some of the long-term goals. Because if you're trying to get a promotion, you're not going to get it tomorrow just because you wear an awesome outfit. It's a work. You have to work up to it. So every day you want to make sure you're dressing the part. And I totally did see this when I was working for a company that I had a colleague that didn't dress very well. And as soon as she became a boss, luckily she became a boss in a different department, she was really dressing the part. It was in a different department, but say you're doing it in the same department, you want to be dressing that part of the promotion that you're trying to get for. So if you're trying to be a manager, start dressing like a manager before you even become a manager, so that you can show whoever you're going to be interviewing with that this is what you want to do. Also, if, for example, you're trying to get a job, dress the part every day for the job that you want to get. I have hired multiple people without ever giving an interview, just like literally of meeting them, and I really liked their style and I hired them. So you never know. I had somebody recently come in to my office for whatever, it doesn't matter. But she asked oh, are you hiring? And she didn't look like she would fit into the company. She didn't look the part. And I said, no, we're not. But if she looked the part, well, maybe I'd reconsider. So just kind of remember that, keep that in mind too. If you're trying to get a job, and whatever it is for whatever audience, just look the part, because you never know who you're going to meet as well. And of course, if you're not going to be wearing a suit every day of your life, but if you're presentable, then you just never know. And the very last part, so IGM, the message. So what is your message? So right now, that's something that people are, we're living in this technology world, and we're living with all the social media, and your message is so important. And what I encourage you to do is really just, it's brand yourself. So who is it that you are? Think about the labels that you gravitate towards. What is their message? Who's their audience? So if you're thinking like Whole Foods, what is the message that what is their message, and what is and who's the message for? What kind of audience? So your colors, what just the different style that you're going to be wearing of apparel, how you're dressed during office hours, how you're dressed after office hours, all of that should be kind of part of your branding. And so that's what I mean by that is really kind of figure out and ask yourself, who are you? What inspires you? Who do you want to attract, and what do you want to say with your message? So that's what branding is. It's not like you're putting a label on yourself, but you really want to have your style be a representation of really who you are. And I know for some people, you might be saying in your head, okay, no duh. But it truly is not normal. It's not very much the case for a lot of people. I have a hairstylist who actually stopped going to her because she just looked kind of unorganized, and she wasn't even doing her own hair. So it's okay, why would I come to you to do my hair if you're not, taking care of your own hair? Also, you want to just basically show who you are on the inside to show who you are on the outside, to really attract the right people around you. If you're outdoorsy and athletic, then dress it. You can dress that part. So that's kind of the real true message here that I wanted to say. And some people with signature style, some celebrities that you might know, Jennifer Aniston, her message and her style message is this all around, casual American girl. Then we have Audrey Hepburn, effortlessly chic, just very timeless, always very sophisticated. Olivia Palermo, Anna Wintour, Lady Gaga has her signature style, her message, right? So it's the same thing. It's like these women have kind of, in a sense, branded themselves with their style. So it's the same thing that that I encourage you to do. And the way you can do that, and after this call, perhaps it's something that maybe you're inspired to do this evening, is to discover the essence of your brand. So for most brands, the way that we as a brand for my company, we do this, and every single brand does this, is you create kind of a mood board, which I'm calling here Style File. And you put together, who you want to be, what's your message, what kind of outfits do you want to be wearing? Maybe if you're working, you can create one board for work, another board you can do for weekends. If you have more formal occasions such as church or any kind of get-togethers or any kind of more formal occasions, then you can create a board for that as well. So Pinterest is a great source to do that. It's a great platform for you to be able to create your brand for yourself. But also I've done the same thing with physical collages. In fact, I have a cork board. Whenever I see something really cool in a magazine, I rip out the picture and I put it on my physical collage, or you could start a file on your desktop. But it's just really kind of a great way for you to start putting together some of your thoughts of who you are, the message that you want to send out to the world. So just really kind of thinking about it. And if you want to have a worksheet that I could actually email you out as well for everyone who's attending the call, of some of the questions that you could be asking yourself as well. But they're questions like just basically about your beliefs and about the message that you want to send out. Do you want to be powerful? Do you want to come off as confident? Do you want to come off as sweet, as sexy, as approachable? All of those things you want to think about. And really important for you to also think that it's not just your clothes, but it's also the way that you carry yourself and your body language. All of that is part of your style. So I went ahead and I just took a couple of pictures from my AutoStyle Formula students from their Pinterest boards. So this is Cassie here. And she's just very sweet, very nice, very approachable. So these are some of her images, and this is her personal style that she's pinned up here. And later on, you can get a little bit more sophisticated with your pins and really start pinning things for your body shape, for your colors, because it does go beyond just your message. There's strategic dressing that is involved too, and Cassie has pinned some of that on her board. And here, Katie also pinned on her board some of the images that inspire her. She also, she has a lot of different quotes too that I didn't include on this board, but different quotes that are inspiring the message that she wants to send out of being fun, being approachable, but being very confident, being very stylish. So all of that is on her mood board as well. And then here's another one, Anna, and she's adventurous. She really likes the outdoors. She has a very classic style, and she also pins some things that are good for her body shape and type as well. So I truly think that, as Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. You have to take care of yourself first, and you'll be in the position to take care of others. Again, some of us don't really maybe give ourselves some thought because we're just really busy. We've got careers or we have kids. But it is really important that we do take care of ourselves and we think about ourselves as well, so that we're able to have that confidence, because confidence will make you happier than any other diet will. Like some of us maybe will take the time to diet, but we won't for our wardrobes. We just kind of go shopping and we don't really know what we're shopping for. We're not really keeping in mind that message that we're trying to send, because it's more than just looking nice for the occasion. It's the message that we're trying to send out. And again, I truly think that you are your best stylist. You will know what feels right. You will know what fits right. You will know how you want to feel in certain things. So somebody else can maybe pick it out for you, but you really have to try it on and you have to be comfortable in whatever it is that you're wearing. And sometimes it does take a little bit of a coach, like a style coach will inspire you, motivate you, guide you, help you create that signature style. So I'm here in case in case you're looking for a style coach. So again, I think that you are your own best stylist, but you can also, if you need a style coach, I'm here for you for that as well. And that was one of the reasons that I created the AutoStyle formula, because I really want to help women to transform the way that they look and feel in their clothing. So what is part of the AutoStyle formula, we look at your body shape, we look at your horizontal and your vertical body shape, and we come up with what silhouettes are most flattering for you. I also help you pick out colors that are on brand for you. And we go through and we clean up your closet. We look at everything that is current for your body shape, for your lifestyle, because it's not just, again, about something being cute. It has to really be good with your lifestyle. Recently, I just helped a woman clean out her closet, and she has a ton of suits, and she doesn't even wear suits anymore, and it occupied a ton of room in her closet. Also, outfit formulas, we put together capsule collections. I have a lot of women writing in and saying, like, how do I get ready in 10 minutes or less? And I actually did a blog post on that, but it's something that I help you do as well, is create capsule collections that are right for your lifestyle and for what you're doing, so you can get ready quickly. And I told you that you do need to put that thought into your outfits, but you don't necessarily have to do it on an every single day basis. If you put the thought in already to build a capsule collection, it's already there for you. So just like anything in lifestyling, it does take practice, and having that coach will help you. It'll save you time, it'll save you money, frustration, and it just won't feel like a chore to you as much anymore. So I do encourage you to sign up if you do feel like it's something that you need, because I really would like for you to help you transform the way you get dressed, how you shop, how you feel, how you look. It's not an inexpensive experience, but I think it's definitely very well worth it. So if you're interested in it, you can apply. There's going to be a link at the very end in the chat box that you can click to apply for it, if it's something that you're interested in and you feel like you'd want to do. So right now I am going to open up the chat box for some questions. So go ahead and type in your questions in the chat box if you have questions. Okay, Pinterest. So Pinterest, I had a question about how does Pinterest work? You just go to Pinterest.com, set up an account, really, really easy. And you can go ahead and kind of just follow the directions. And you don't even have to do Pinterest. You can, like I said, do a physical board and just put things on a cork board if that's easier. I just had somebody ask about the course. Yes, there's going to be a link in the chat box that you can get to apply for the AutoStyle formula. So you could do that in the link in the chat box that's going to be popping up shortly there. Okay. I also had a question, let's see, about, okay, so how does this AutoStyle formula work? It's basically going to be, it's one-on-one, kind of like a small group session. That's why I have applications, because I want it to stay super small. And this is what we're calling a webinar, but this is we'll set it up in a meeting so we could actually see each other. So you can see me, I can see you, and we go through it. Okay, how do I clean out my closet that is full of stuff that I don't use? And that's a very good question. I actually do have a blog post on that as well, is detox your closet. And I truly think that there's a couple of steps that you need to kind of do before you clean up your closet, because you need to know what is right for you or what is not right for you in your closet. So such as determining your vertical, your horizontal body shape, and kind of knowing what your colors are. But if you already do know, that, the best method is to literally take everything out of your closet, go through each item one by one, and not just from your closet, but from around your house. So that you could take things out from maybe your laundry. You have things in the hallway closet that you're taking out as well. So take everything out and put it all. Now, I have kids. I probably, if I'm doing my closet, if I'm cleaning my closet, I don't have that much time to take everything out. So I just go section by section. But I do in each section, when I say section by section, I say t-shirts, and I go through all my t-shirts. And if I do pants, I do go through all of my pants. So that's kind of how I do it by section. So it's really important to go through it all so that you can create a smaller collection, so it helps you So it really helps you kind of get dressed in the morning. But Autostyle Formula, we go through that, and I literally hold your hand through the entire process. I know like of some Autostyle Formula students in the past, they've actually been paid their house people, cleaning house people to come in and to help them with their closets. So it's something that I think that you have to do, and it's good to have somebody that really knows what they're talking about to help you with. How do you measure your body vertical and horizontal shape? Let's see if Katya could include a link for that, but we have a presentation also on how to determine your horizontal body shape. And I actually am just polishing up another presentation that I'm doing that for all colors it's going to be only $7. I put together presentations called Flaunt It and Disguise It. And it's a really nice presentation basically on how to flaunt your assets, how to show off what you want to show off and how to disguise what you want to disguise. And it also goes into your vertical body shape and how to measure it. So that's available. Another question about the closet is, it's hard for me to get rid of things that don't fit me but have emotional value. I totally get it, and I do have tips for that as well. I think that you should keep some of those things, but key words being some. Maybe you have a scarf. I have a scarf when I went on a road trip with my girlfriends, and I have a scarf that we all three of us bought, and there's no way I'm getting rid of that scarf. Maybe somebody has an outfit that they wore on their first date with their husband. I totally get that there are some emotional attachments that we have. And I say that you start a box and you have a certain measurement of whatever you're going to allow yourself to fit into that box, and then just put it into that box. But it shouldn't be in your closet and really kind of disrupting you getting ready every morning, because it's just cluttering and it's taking your energy away. So that's something that I really do closely help you go through in the Autostyle Formula. But that's just a quick tip of kind of the advice that I would give is just get it out of your view, and so that it doesn't take that energy away. Also, I just had a question about where to shop. So this is also a great question, but it's a very broad question. So I truly think that say I tell you Nordstrom, if I just tell you Nordstrom right now, it doesn't matter what store I tell you, whether it be Nordstrom or Shopbop or whatever store I tell you, if you have something in mind that you want to buy, it's just going to be so much easier to shop. I get these questions all the time of like, okay, I get frustrated with shopping. I don't know where to shop. I get tired of shopping, and I totally get it. But if you know exactly what you're shopping for, it's going to make shopping so much easier. So say that you're looking for a white blouse. Maybe you'll visit 2, 3, 4 stores online. It doesn't matter. Your local boutique, that I promote local boutiques. It's going to be so much easier for you to shop for that white blouse rather than just go and shop for whatever that catches your eye, whatever you like. So I would always go in, just like you probably go grocery shopping with a list, I would go shopping for clothing with a list. It really helps kind of like direct you of where to shop. I had one more question that somebody also emailed in about pantyhose. And I don't see Donna on this call, but maybe she signed in. But pantyhose, they are not out of style. They are very much in style. In fact, Miss Kate Middleton is always wearing pantyhose, so they are not out of fashion. They are not out of style. But the one tip that I do have is that you choose pantyhose that match your skin color. I think that when it is out of style is when you're trying to go maybe way too dark, kind of like that fake tan pantyhose. That's probably when it is a little dated. But pantyhose, absolutely, you can wear to an interview. And it's also acceptable to not wear pantyhose if that's the case. Like it's okay to not wear them, but definitely you can if it's not out of style by any means. And in fact, it's very flattering. It covers up any kind of blemishes and anything. So I definitely think it's good. So let's see. Okay, so the question is, most of my things I buy them out of impulse instead of thinking if it's the right piece for me. Any tips? Absolutely. Again, that shopping list. So just like if you go to a grocery store, it's so much easier if you go to a grocery store with a shopping list and you know exactly what you have to buy, I say that you create a budget. This is something that we talk in the Auto Style formula about, is a budget. And that's why, okay, so I'll kind of let you in. The Auto Style formula, the course, it's a 6-week course. It's $247, so just under $250. And so yes, it's not free. However, think about the hundreds of dollars that we're going to save you from these impulse buys. Because with this budget that we create for you, you're not going to want to do any more impulse buys, because you're going to be pretty strict with what you need to have. You need to have certain essentials in your closet that are going to be a lot easier for you to later on mix and match. You also need to align, remember, your closet with your message. So you can't just be buying anything. It has to be true with your style and with your message. So that's kind of the quick answer, but that's something that we do go really deep into, because that's a problem that I actually went through before. I've had my mom go through it. I've had a lot of friends and women go through it, and it's just really awesome. And okay, one more question. How long does the course last? So it's 6 weeks, and we have it basically once a week as we do a 1-hour phone call, which is not a phone call, it's a webinar, but I coach you throughout the week. So as you're doing your homework, I'm coaching you as well. And it's also, they're also classes that, or I'm sorry, they're also recorded. So say that you missed one of the coaching calls, it's recorded. So, but the benefit, of course, is for you to be on the call. And it is a small session, so we do have a little bit of flexibility if we have to change, the day. And another question is what happens if I don't like the course? You get your money back. Absolutely. Of course, I would not want anybody to spend money on something that they don't feel like they're getting value out of. So I would definitely not want you to do that. So you get your money back. Absolutely. And you get your money, and you kind of determine within the first couple of weeks, you could pretty much see if you're going to get something out of it. If not, then that's it. We end and you get your money back. For that. Let's see, any other questions coming in? Okay, awesome, perfect. Okay, so yeah, there's an application for that course, because again, I want to make sure it's a good fit for both of us. So definitely just fill out that application, and then we'll see if it's a good fit and we move forward. But holidays are coming up, so this is why I wanted to do it now. I do it probably twice a year when I take on students, and this is the time that I'm doing it, because holidays are coming up. You're going to be planning some outfits. You're going to be probably doing some fall cleanup before the big holiday season approaches. So we can do the style course. It's that's a small group, so we're going to be very flexible about the start. So I don't want to take on too many students, so that's why it's just really first come, first serve. So I don't think we have any more questions, and we're already approaching. My goal was to have you off by 45 minutes, so we're good there. So if there's no other questions, then we'll go ahead and end the meeting. But I wanted to end with a quote by one of my favorite designers. Style is something each of us already has. All we have to do is find it. And I really hope that this exercise that I've given you, that you're able to come off the call and start kind of pinning and putting together your board, and to start really defining your style and your message. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great
wait a minute.
Yep.
We have a question on email. I'm going to type here, and you can read them.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I don't know if you heard, Katya, but we have one more question that came in. Let's see. Oh, okay, I got it. God bless Kate Middleton and Viva la Nude Pantyhose. Okay, awesome. Okay, but was there a question? Katya, was there a question too? No? Okay, well, okay, awesome. Well, to conclude that, that's awesome. Okay, well, Viva la Nude Pantyhose. Let's end with that quote. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your time, and please email me any questions that you might also have. And also, Kim, I think I saw you on the call. I have a blog post coming out on shoes. Kim asked an amazing question on shoes. It's way too complicated to answer just in a workshop where I'm not really showing you all the pictures. That's a separate presentation. So I have a blog coming out on shoes that should be coming out either tomorrow or this weekend. So look in your email for that as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.